G'day everyone, and thanks for tuning in. We begin this journey in my home state of South Australia. It's too damn early, but someone's got to do it. So let's head to Adelaide Airport now, shall we?
Hey, good morning everyone, and welcome back to another one of my trip reports. And I'm coming to you from Adelaide International Airport. I'm destined for Queensland, where I'm heading into one of my epic trips again. And yeah, when I say epic, I really mean epic because I'm heading into the interior of the Queensland outback. I will be staying overnight in Brisbane, where I will be joining Rex on one of their milk runs into the interior of the outback. So I will be flying from Brisbane to Mount Isa. And not just on that milk run, I'll be heading on another milk run from Mount Isa to Cairns via the Mornington Peninsula. And my journey just doesn't stop there. From there, I'm heading up north towards Barmaga. Yep, I'll be pushing myself even further north to Cape York, where I will plonk my feet at the northernmost tip of the Australian continent. So it will be a lot of traveling, and I'll be away for a week. So my journey starts here today, this morning in Adelaide, where I got to get to Brisbane first to begin this epic journey. So can't wait. So let's do this. Security was a bit hectic this morning. I look at it as a good sign. It means travel is kind of sort of getting back to normal. When I last came to the airport, Omicron was just taking hold, so a lot of flights were cancelled, especially from Virgin Australia and Jetstar. They did cancel a lot of their flights, but it seems like they've reinstated a large proportion of it, so that is a good sign. So hopefully this means good things going forward. I'm heading to the lounge to see if they can give me another boarding pass, because for some reason my phone doesn't like the Virgin Australia app. So even though I have a mobile boarding pass on my phone, the QR code comes out black. Go figure. So hopefully the lounge can help me out. So let's head there now.
If you're new to my channel, my name's Ryan, and I create loads of food and travel related videos. From that earlier intro, you'll know there'll be several other videos coming out of this trip. If you do not wish to miss out on any episodes, hit the subscribe button and bell icon now. While you're down there, why not give me a like to satisfy my shallow ego? Your support is very much appreciated. If you haven't figured out by now, the theme for this series of videos is Milk Run. So where possible, none of the flights I'm taking would be a non-stop one. This morning's flight to Brisbane will go via Melbourne. Why? Because life is too short to fly non-stop. Plus, it'll also give me an opportunity to properly experience Virgin Australia's economy product for the first time. How exciting! My gold status with the airline gives me lounge access when flying economy, which takes me to this snazzy, trendy looking location. I'm getting serious vibes of Cafe Del Mar in here. This early in the day, the lounge is expectedly empty, and I love it like that. If you're on a diet, please look away. Today's brekkie consisted of refreshing OJ and pancakes with delicious greasy bacon drizzled with luscious maple syrup. Oh, Nigella would be so proud of me. Our ride to Melbourne this morning is Yankee Foxtrot Foxtrot, a Boeing 737-800 which first flew in May 2011, making her just under 11 years old at the time of writing. As much as I love to fly up front, we're heading into the back today. Welcome to Virgin Australia's economy class. There are a total of 168 seats, with the first 3 rows designated as Economy X. It has more legroom than the regular seats. For the sake of this review, I'll be heading to the back of the aircraft to experience the real economy full on. Seat pitch is 30 inches and seat width is 17 inches. A seat recline button is situated on the armrest. There is also a 6-way adjustable headrest. This 737 has the present generation overhead console with air nozzles and reading lights. Seat pocket contents include a giant safety card folded in half, a card to explain how to access Wi-Fi entertainment, and the Buy on Board menu. Sale items and prices listed are very similar to Jetstar.
Thanks for joining us on our flight to Melbourne. My name is Mel and I'd like to introduce you to the rest of the team. In the flight deck is Captain Stephen Cornack and First Officer Andrew Thomas. In the cabin you'll find Taylor, Kieran and Christian. While we know some of you fly often, we'd appreciate if you pause any devices while we take everyone through the safety demonstration. Cabin crew will be wearing face masks during safety demonstrations. For your safety, it's important to highlight that in the unlikely event emergency oxygen is needed.
Taking off from runway 16, the urban sprawl of Adelaide comes into view immediately. A right turn over the CBD takes us towards the direction of our destination at Melbourne's Tullamarine Airport. We stay in that southeasterly trajectory for most of our way until closer to arrival, where we'll approach Melbourne from the south, clocking a total distance of 645 kilometers and a flight time of 1 hour 15 minutes from pushback to Chocks. As soon as the seatbelt sign is pinged off, out came the cards for a speedy service. What's being offered for free? Coffee, tea and water. Everything else is buy on board, but make sure you have your card in hand because cash is not accepted. Entertainment on the aircraft is done through Wi-Fi streaming. As long as you have a device, you can either do it through the Virgin Entertainment app or just scan a QR code to enjoy the streaming service on a web browser. Unless you're flying transcontinental, I find it challenging to utilize this service effectively as flight times are normally very short. Still, this feature is a good to have. The airborne time was only about 50 minutes. By the time we got our tea and coffee, the aircraft was already descending. So there wasn't really any push for buy-on-board service from the crew unless a passenger specifically asked for it. They did their job expeditiously with the trademark Virgin Perky spirit. No huge complaints there. We soon arrived at our gate in Melbourne and I had a 2-hour transit before my next flight. So I'm heading to one of my favorite Virgin lounges in their network.
Just look at the crowd in Melbourne Airport. All I can say is travel is back.
I've gone on and on about how much I love the Melbourne lounge in my previous video, so I'll spare you the torture. I was here a few weeks back and I'm only too happy to return. So here I go, seeking breakfast number 2.
This is my thing about being in a lounge. Noisy kids. There is a ruckus going on behind me with children running around the lounge, throwing rubber balls on the wall, treating this like a playground. So what are your thoughts about this? I understand it's a bit challenging for parents to be traveling with kids. But yeah, the ruckus behind me is getting a bit much. There was a couple that was next to me, sitting near to me. They got a bit upset. They got up and left. I have half a mind to tell them off, but I understand it is not easy being a parent traveling with young children. So what do you think? Should kids below the age of 5 be banned in the lounge? Or should they be allowed to run amok like what's going on behind me? It's just very, very noisy. Yeah.
Before my patience could be tested further, it was thankfully time to board flight number 2, VA323 from Melbourne to Brisbane. Our ride of choice this afternoon was Yankee India Violet, a Boeing 737-800 which first flew in August 2013, making her about 8.5 years old at the time of writing. This aircraft has also been fitted with that beautiful split scimitar winglet.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good.
Beautiful. You're 29 on the far left, just over here.
Thank you.
Once again, welcome aboard everybody on your flight up to Brisbane. My name is Sharon and I'd like to introduce you to the rest of our team. In the flight deck today, we have Captain Max Jamison and First Officer is Peter Jenner. The wonderful crew today looking after you, we have up the front Megan, then Brent and Fiona. While we know some of you fly often, we'd appreciate if you could pause all devices while we take everyone through the safety demonstration.
Taking off from runway 34, the clear skies made for some beautiful flying conditions. Our flight path took us on a straight and forward north-northeasterly heading towards our destination in Brisbane. On approach, we would swing around the city for an approach from the north, clocking a total distance of 1,375 kilometers and a flight time of 2 hours and 15 minutes. This aircraft came equipped with USB ports, which the earlier aircraft didn't have. It surely helped to keep my camera gear and other devices charged up, so this was an awesome feature. Since this was a longer flight, I thought I'd try out the buy on board. I went for the ham and cheese toastie, which cost me $10. This went well with a cup of tea, which was free. When the toastie arrived, I noticed the packaging was really similar to Jetstar. I suspect they used the same supplier. However, Virgin's toastie has that edge over Jetstar's because of how cheesy it looks. Man, this was really delicious. With this flight drawing to a close, let's sum up my first experience in economy class with Virgin Australia. Comparisons to Jetstar, the other low-cost carrier, is unavoidable. I only ever fly Jetstar with the Max bundle, so I fly them with frills. This is what I think of Virgin. On a similar sector of a one-way non-stop between Adelaide and Brisbane, with comparable flexible fare conditions, Virgin's comes out at $319 versus Jetstar's $198. With Jetstar, I end up with 1,650 points and 30 status credits, versus Virgin's 1,595 points and 35 status credits. With Jetstar, I get a $15 credit to buy my meals on board, and none with Virgin. Ultimately, for a points junkie like me, the value proposition for Virgin's economy class doesn't work well, as I do not get a bang for my buck. I would most probably redeem an economy ticket rather than pay money to fly them for future travels. If I'm going to pay, I'd just fly business because that's the way to go with Virgin Australia. But that's just my travel quirks. Perhaps you have a different take on this product. Let me know in the comments.
Welcome to Brisbane Airport, where the local time is 12 minutes past 12 and we should be getting into the gate ahead of schedule. And for everyone's safety, please keep the seatbelt fastened and the aisles and exits clear until the seatbelt sign is switched off. Remember to take care when you open those overhead lockers and make sure you have everything before you leave. Also remember social distancing as you're leaving and while you're in the terminal, and please take any masks and wipes with you when you leave. We'll be leaving through the forward and the rear doors, and if you're leaving through the rear doors, we will be using stairs. If you're uncomfortable with that, just stay seated until it's clear to leave through the forward door. If you do go down the stairs, please hold on to the hand.
Back in Brisbane, here at the Virgin Australia domestic terminal. It's nice to be back in Brisbane. Oh, glorious, glorious sunshine. This feels so nice. Yeah, so that was my first experience on Virgin Australia in economy class. What did I think of it? Yeah, it wasn't bad. Pretty much reminded me of Jetstar, because I fly Jetstar with frills, and Virgin Australia feels like a low-cost carrier with a bit of frills, so the experience is really pretty similar to Jetstar. So would I do it again? Not so sure, but I would most definitely go back to Virgin Australia in business class. With economy class, I'm a bit on the fence with it. Yeah, so I'm here to begin my epic journey into Queensland, into the state of Queensland, into the outback and up north to Cape York. So if you do not want to miss any bit of that epic journey that I keep talking about, follow me on my Instagram. Then you can follow my travel in real time. And if you have not done so, hit the subscribe button and also tap the bell notification icon so you'll know the next time I embark on another journey like this with Virgin Australia. So in the meantime, take care all of you, stay safe, and I'll see you for my next video. Bye!